You've learned to make yourself smaller before anyone asks you to. It's not dramatic. It's not a breakdown. It's the way you say sorry when someone bumps into you. The way you preface every request with, "I know you're busy, but..." The way you feel guilty for needing something, anything, from anyone. You learn this quietly. Maybe it started when you asked for help and saw the flash of irritation cross someone's face. Maybe it was the sigh before they said yes. Maybe it was the way your needs always seemed to come at the wrong time, when everyone else was tired, or stressed, or dealing with something more important. So you stopped asking. Not all at once. You just started calculating. You'd wait until you were sure it was okay. You'd soften your voice. You'd make yourself easy to deal with. You became fluent in reading rooms, in sensing when your presence was too much, when your voice was too loud, when your problems were too heavy. And somewhere in that process, you started to believe that your needs were inherently burdensome. You tell yourself it's consideration, thoughtfulness, maturity. You're just being aware of other people's limits. You're not selfish like those people who demand attention, who take up space without thinking, who ask for things without apologizing first. But that's not what's happening. What's happening is that you've internalized the idea that your existence is an imposition, that your feelings are inconvenient, that the space you take up in the world should be justified, earned, apologized for. You've become an expert at managing other people's comfort at the expense of your own. And now, as an adult, it's everywhere. You minimize your pain because other people have it worse. You don't call when you're struggling because everyone's already dealing with enough. You cancel plans to make room for someone else's needs, but you'd never expect anyone to do the same for you. You've built a life around the belief that you are optional, that your presence is tolerable only when it asks for nothing. Psychologically, this is what happens when your early environment taught you that love was conditional on convenience, when care was available, but only when it didn't disrupt. When you learned that the safest version of yourself was the one that needed the least. So you became that version. You learned to exist in the margins, to speak in qualifiers and apologies, to frame every need as a question you're already prepared to hear no to. And the cruelest part? You're good at it now. So good that people don't even notice you're disappearing. They think you're fine. Easy. Low maintenance. They don't see the weight of making yourself small enough to fit into everyone else's life without causing friction. You do this so automatically now that you don't even recognize it as a wound. You think it's just who you are. The person who doesn't need much. The person who's always okay. But you're not okay. You're just very, very good at not being a problem. And somewhere underneath that, there's a part of you that's still waiting for permission to take up space without apologizing for it first. You're still waiting for someone to notice that you're not fine. You're just quiet about it. But no one's coming to give you that permission, because the version of you they know doesn't need it.